girl, Sweet Stardom. I'm gonna give you guys 8 reasons why deleting my social media was the best decision ever. Like literally, ever. There's no other better decision than this. I didn't know what I was missing in the world until I did this. You see me looking down, it's because I have my little book right here. Number 1 was time management. It reduced screen time, which equaled less headaches for me. I don't know about y'all, but if I'm scrolling through my phone literally all day, I start to get these headaches. I start getting irritated. It's like I'm tired of scrolling through my phone, but I can't stop scrolling through my phone. You get bored easily and you want to pick your phone back up and just scroll in one more time on Facebook and see what such and such is doing. I've been on social media for about 5 months now, and this is the best decision ever. Like, I've dipped off before. I always reactivate my page within my 30 days being up, because you know they give you like a 30-day grace period, right? I always end up saving my page literally like a few days before or a week before, but this time I just let it delete all the way through, like permanently. And I am so happy. I don't have a TikTok, I don't have a Facebook, none of that. I have my YouTube. I don't really consider this social media, and plus YouTube has been very informal for me. I look up how-to videos, I look up videos, walks with God, and how to have faith and believe in yourself, just staying strong on my faith journey. I do have an Instagram, but this Instagram I had since like 2012, and it's a lot of baby pictures and videos of my children, and I just kind of use that platform as a way to store it. I only have maybe like 100 friends on there, and that's all people from 2012. Like, no new friends. I don't think I've ever added anybody new from when I first had the page. People I went to like high school with or close families. You also get more time to sleep and you get more energy. This time management is real, y'all. You cut out the social media, you will be surprised how many hours you have to sleep. Like, I used to wake up at 2, 3 in the morning, could not sleep. First thing I do is grab my phone and just scroll on Facebook. And it's just amazing how many mutual friends were on that app as well. And people use, like, literally will make a status saying, can't sleep, who up? And let me be honest, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, ain't nothing going good on Facebook around that time, baby. That's when all the thirst trappers out. Freaks come out at night. Y'all ever heard that before? So yeah, especially if you want to get right in your walk with the Lord, that's when you start seeing all the posts of clubbing, this, that, and shaking. I think, yeah, it was best for me to stay off of social media. Let's move on to number 2. Increase productivity. I concentrated on tasks without multiple breaks. Like, I was able to actually cook and bake. Look, you know how hard it is baking and waiting and checking and this and that. I will get on my phone, dip and dab in between, but I enjoy it now. Like, I'm able to cook more with my children as well. When you're on social media, you're on Facebook, ain't no telling what pop up. Can we just be real? It feels good being able to be on my phone now, and I can have my children right next to me. It's no fear. It's all about algorithm with YouTube, right? So if I'm looking up Christ-like videos, that's what's going to be suggested to me. But Facebook is a little different because it's coming from my actual people that I follow, like my mutual friends. You don't want to be rude and decline nobody's friend requests or this and that, and they see you still actively posting, feeling some type of way. But just the industry that I was in, and there was a lot of crazy stuff going on, so I couldn't be on my phone next to my children. It's literally no telling what would pop up. You find more self-love and yourself without having to occupy the time of being bored. Like right now, I'm sitting in my living room chilling, talking to y'all. Well, right now I'm talking to myself, but when I upload this is gonna be talking to y'all. I'm not bored. Like, literally, I could take a nap, I could chill, like, I just feel good. I could fix me a sandwich. I don't have the need to, like, it's hard at first when you get off. You might feel bored, granted, but especially if you just go all cold turkey from all social media platforms pretty much. But I found interest in myself, and I got to focus on more important things to me. Social media trains our brains to look for a distraction after a few minutes. Have you ever thought of the shorts, the TikToks? It trains our brains to look for a new distraction after a few minutes. That's why you can go through 200 shorts easily, but you can't sit through a 20, 30 minute, hour YouTube video. That's informal. And I noticed that too. Once I got rid of my social media, I'm able to read more. I'm able to actually watch TV. My attention span was so short, I didn't want to watch a movie. I didn't feel like sitting through two and a half hours to watch a movie. I was used to everything being so quick, get to the plot twist. But now I'm able to actually enjoy movies. I'm able to actually sit through an hour podcast, listening to other people talking about very informational stuff. And I just love the way that I feel like I'm rebuilding my mindset. I have to rebuild it from scratch, and I have to take off everything that I've processed through social media, and I have to create a new mindset. Seriously, it's not easy, but once you obtain it, it is worth it. Like once you are woke, how they talking about having the third eye being woke? Once you wake up, you're not going back to sleep, trust me. Number 3, freedom from addictive behaviors. First of all, social media was so addicting, it made no sense. When I was on Facebook, I used to get cut a check. It'd be like maybe $100 a month, but I was still grateful. I had pretty much a large platform, like y'all, I gave it away. Like I wasn't crazy big, but I had a decent platform. I had to post consistently, like I had to stay with it. I had to constantly be on there, and that was draining for me. I had to interact with other people so they can visit my channel. What I love about YouTube is you pretty much just throw it out there, and whoever rock with you, rock with you. Yeah, it's nice to show other people love, which I do, but it's not a trade for a trade. It's genuine. You start to get thirsty for likes, you start to feel a certain way, or just like this YouTube video right now. Let's say I was still on Facebook. I threw this up there and I only got 5 likes. That's gonna tear my self-esteem, because it's like I worked hard on this video. I was doing editing and all that, and in 5 likes, seriously, and it took me hours to do the edits and everything. 5 likes, like that's gonna mess up my self-esteem. And I used to be to the point where I would just delete my content. Like if I didn't like the numbers, I'd delete it and maybe throw it back up later, or maybe change something and throw it back up. No, now I'm just gonna be me. You're gonna get what you're gonna get. Look, I tell my children, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. I would post anything to the point I wasn't setting the best example for my children or getting closer to God. And that's what I was talking about, how I felt like I had to continuously post just so I can get my bread up when it came to Facebook. It was just reposting anything. With my podcast, I was doing topics on the wildest of wild stuff. And I just tried to do anything to try to get my type of followers to engage. And like I said, it's people from the music industry, and they wanted to hear about certain super grown topics that now I don't feel comfortable discussing. I just felt like I was too much of an open book, and I wanted to keep some type of femininity to me. I want to keep some type of mystery to me. I didn't want to throw my whole lifestyle on there. Certain things that I want to tell, and it's certain things that God is telling me to move in silence about. Testimony is how God came through for me. Testimony is not me just talking about when I was 21 and I met this one dude at the club and we went home. Like it's not that. That did not happen, by the way. And I like setting great examples for my children, because guess what? With social media, especially if you end up popping off, that stuff is always going to be somewhere. And you don't want your children to find the wrong videos of you. You want to leave a legacy behind. It's nice to have fun and still enjoy myself, but at the same token, I have to move like a mother and a woman of God. This is the season of isolation, y'all. Okay, it's about deleting your social media, even if that means you being completely isolated. My Facebook friends were not holy, and that stemmed to me even cutting off friends in my real, actual life. Number 4, I got closer to God. I got closer to God by deleting my social media, and that's why it was the best decision ever. When I was scrolling on social media so much, I didn't have time to pray. Period, I didn't. But now that I'm off, I really have time to think. I really have time to process what type of person I am, what type of person I want to be, my journey. It's like I'm starting to see it. I'm starting to see what I am meant for. And I'm actually able to spend time with God. Now I get up in the morning and I pray. I pray every night before I go to bed, my children and I. And when I wake up in the morning, I pray too. I take a couple of minutes to pray to God instead of grabbing my phone and scrolling through social media. I still can't control what mutual friends post. Ungodly things or just the toxic things that they post. It will be fights. I really don't like watching fights. Like just, people on the street and the old lady get beat up or something like that and somebody think it's funny. Or I really don't like watching that type of stuff where people screaming "World Star." I don't like that, and I can't control what other people post. So I would just rather stay off that platform in general. YouTube lets you connect with like-minded influencers. You get to connect with like-minded people. You don't have to force fake negative relationships just so you can have a following or a fan base. Just like my channel now, it's going to draw and attract the type of people that's in the same caliber as myself. I want people to be in that feminine energy, soft girl era. It's going to inspire me. And I even had to cut off friends because I just felt like the struggle was too real. It is different types of struggle. It's not about how much you have. It's about what you do with what you do have. You might have what? $100 in your pocket left. You gonna go to Starbucks and you gonna get like a little $5 latte. And we gonna just sit here and paint each other nails and just think about how we finna level up and get this money. Versus you having $100 left and you go, buy something to do. And that's what you spend your money on. And then you depressed because you ain't got nothing else. I mean, I'm not judging anybody else, but at the same token, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do any of that. And I just want like-minded people around me. Even on Sundays, my children and I, we shut it down. We have a no technology day. No cell phones, no computers, none of that. The only thing we do is we have family time and we watch a video on the TV. It has to be spiritual or educational. They know that. Every single Sunday. Don't ask, don't even try it. On the 7th day, he rests. We just rest and we relax and we enjoy family. No school that day, no work that day. I have this translation Bible and I love it. Y'all can see it's beat up. Look, y'all can tell I read this thing. I done had it for years and it's pink. It says, I wait quietly before God, for my victory comes from him. He alone is my rock and my salvation, my fortress where I will never be shaken. So many enemies come against one man, all of them trying to kill me. To them, I am just a broken down wall or a tottering fence. They plan to topple me from my high position. They delight in telling lies about me. They praise me to my face, but curse me in their hearts. Ooh, wee! First of all, how many times on social media have you seen shade? Have you seen people being indirect? When I was younger, especially in my teenage years, we used to make indirect statuses all the time. Y'all, people would talk about you. I remember this one time I posted a picture and I thought I was so cute with my makeup. And then somebody posted a status. This was so mean. Somebody posted a status talking about y'all females be looking half dead the way y'all be doing y'all makeup, shaking my head. And I remember it was like likes and comments and it was kiki ha ha faces. I know exactly who you talking about. Like people would comment and it would be mutual friends. So the people who comment was my friend too. And I knew that I had a feeling that they were talking about me because my picture even got reported. It was under review and it was just a regular, I just did my makeup. And it's just crazy, like people are so mean and I just rather stay away from it. And when it comes to God, God is not going to give you anything that you cannot handle, but faith without works is dead. You have to do the work, guys. You can't just rely to the point where you're not even trying. Yeah, you have those moments where it's to be still, but some moments is to be still, like actually still, not be on social media still entertaining stuff because it's only going to make it worse, you guys. And when I said this part about he alone is my rock and my salvation, sometimes the Lord will take you to rock bottom just so you can see he is your rock at the bottom. Number 5, you get authentic connections. It's not shallow and superficial relationships just based off of popularity. That's something that I had struggled with as well. It was certain people who wanted to connect with me, but it's based off of status as opposed to my actual being. They don't know anything about Star deep inside. Most people don't even know my real name. Let's take it back. But they talking to me like we go back from the 99/2000 because they trying to get into my section at the club. Like, let's just be real. And it's just strange. Like, I've had people come up to me, they don't even know who I am, and they got their arm around, acting like we best as friends. And it's okay to have people admire you, but when it comes to fake relationships, everybody want to call you bro, sis. OMG, I had that heavy back in my social media days. We were calling people bro and sis so much to me, to the point where it always felt uncomfortable to me. I didn't like when people, sis. I didn't like when hey, bro, hey, sis. Like, I didn't like constantly saying that because I just felt like it was fake. Like, I don't even know your name and I'm calling you sis. Like, people look so different in person than they do on social media, and we all from the same area. If we don't hang out and get regular Starbucks on an average Tuesday, we not friends. How we gonna be from the same area, but we best of friends online? It just make sense. It's about status and it's about popularity. You want people to see us communicating. That's why we only talk online. And if we did link up on person, you taking pictures. That's how I knew that the relationship was not genuine. And I told someone before, I said that I'm thinking about deleting all my social medias. This was earlier this year, like January. And they were like, come on now, you can't do that. Like, everybody gonna wonder where you at. I said, give it a couple months. Give it like 6 months. People ain't gonna say nothing about it. People not gonna go out their limbs trying to find me. People are not gonna try to, talk to other mutual people I know. Like, I'm not hard to reach, but I am hard to entertain. Let me say that again. I'm not hard to reach, but I'm hard to entertain. And if you feel like you can't entertain me, it's no point of reaching me, right? I'm not hard to reach, but I'm hard to entertain. And if you feel like you can't entertain me, then there's no point in reaching me. If you feel like you can't get something out of it, you're not checking on my natural well-being. If you feel like you can't get nothing out of it, then you're not going to reach out. And that's what I learned. And that's why I'm glad that I'm in my period of isolation where I can really focus on myself and get to know me. I want a person to know me the way that I'm getting to know me. I want to actually meet my husband off of social media. Like, I want a like-minded person who really don't do social media like that, because it's addicting, y'all. And it brings in a lot of negative spirits, a lot of negative energy. And I just don't want him to, look at me, my tea is all in a way. I don't want him to get caught up in all that stuff, just like how I had to pull away from all that stuff. Even when it comes to dating apps, this is no shade at all towards dating apps, but I don't want to meet my husband on a dating app, because it's like, okay, what to do when we go through something? Like, if we were to go through something, are you going to jump right back on a dating app? I don't even want, a man who had that mentality of, I need a dating app to meet somebody. Work on yourself to the point where your confidence is up that a woman will find you. Y'all will find each other. Number 6 of why deleting my social media was the best decision ever. Okay. Advanced privacy. Relationships are private. You ain't got everybody in your business. New relationships are private, because the thing is, people start to chatter. They start to chit-chatter, especially if they know who your man is, if they actually know your man. And what do a lot of females do? Oh, girl, he tried to talk to me a year ago. Oh, girl, I could have had him. Oh, girl, we used to talk. Oh, girl, he ain't all that. And it's just crazy. Like, they will really down your man before y'all even get to fall in love. Like, that's when females start to talking. I don't care if, y'all cross paths 6 months before he met me. He's with me now. I am his woman. I don't need people chitting, chattering, and talking behind my back when it comes to that. And another thing about new relationships, what happens if y'all don't last? Folks are too quick to throw their significant other online. Like, y'all be in a talking phase and you throw this dude online. Nah, for real. Y'all be in a talking phase and you throw this guy online. They be trying to make their ex jealous, right? I mean, it'd be a lot of petty, childish stuff, and somebody always end up getting hurt in the process. You ain't even feeling shorty like that, but you throwing her up online because you trying to make your baby mama mad, right? You trying to start something up, right? Same things, vice versa. Also, I like to protect my children always. That's why I'm not so quick to throw my children up online. I'm not so quick to, I might do like a little short or something with them, but they're not always online. That's why I said I have a separate private. Instagram is locked down. It's on private. I only have like 100 friends. But no, I'm not quick to like throw them out there. And I even known someone who went out of town before, and she was excited about her trip. She posted on the way, like the milestone. She was crossing the state. She was crossing and everything. And people knew, because she was from the hood. Someone knew exactly where she stayed at, right? Because we have a small following at this point. Someone knew exactly what she stayed at. They kicked her AC in, they broke in her house, and they stole her things. Like, when she came back from her trip, she posted how long she was going to be gone, where she was going to be staying at. She was just excited. When she came back from her trip, her whole house was cleaned out. And it's sad. But you really got to be careful when it comes to online. We don't have security and all that posted up at the house. Like, and forget these little ring lights and stuff, ring cameras and stuff. A lot of people don't care. They don't care. So, yeah, you got to be careful when it comes to stuff like that. Number 7 of why deleting my social media was the best decision ever. Number 7 was I had an improved living in the moment mindset. An improved living in the moment mindset. Okay? I don't have to capture everything to prove that I'm making moves. That is something that I struggle with when I had Facebook, especially in my field, being on podcasts, radio, doing the music thing. I felt like I always had to post whenever I was hosting an event or at the club, just making moves. I had to post up, take pictures with popular artists. I feel like I always had to do that to show that I was making moves, or else people wouldn't take me seriously. I wouldn't get nominated for certain local awards that really don't even matter anyway. I'm serious. My walk with God is very important, and it's so much more important to me than receiving a local award. I'd rather receive the word from God and just validate myself. I'd rather feel like my recognition, like God sees me. That's my recognition, as opposed to an award from trying to prove that I'm making moves to someone else. I want God to see the moves that I'm making. You get a reduced fear of feeling like you're missing out. Like, I would rather go to church and Chuck E. Cheese as opposed to a concert. I don't care who performing. I don't care how famous you are. I would literally, and this is not saying don't do things like that, but I'm talking about on social media. It's not no rush to see other people doing it. I'd rather just enjoy my children and do other things. If I end up going to a concert, fine, but I don't have to be so quick to post everything just to show that I'm making moves and that I could afford that $1,000 something Beyonce ticket. I don't have to do that. I remember one year when Kanye came to Chicago, I spent $700 on 2 tickets, right? Yeah, that's a whole nother talk. But I spent all that money that I really did not have. Like, I had it, but I didn't have it. You see what I'm saying? And I spent all that money, and he was late. With the sound, I couldn't really understand it. It was from his unreleased album, so I didn't know none of the songs. I couldn't even hear it good. Like, it was just a lot. And it's like, wow, I spent all this money. And I'd rather just be at home, to be honest. But it is what it is. Number 8 on the reason why deleting my social media was the best decision ever, okay? Number 8 is it reduces my ability to compare myself to others. I don't need to compare myself to other people, y'all. Okay, people have edited pics. I see it all the time. I'm like, why is her skin so flawless? Even Keke Palmer, that is my girl. Ooh, yes, Keke Palmer. I feel like I be channeling my inner Keke Palmer. I used to always feel like me and Keke would be best friends, okay? So with Keke Palmer, y'all, she already said, she's like, my skin is not flawless. I struggle with acne, and that's like face makeup and stuff like that. And she just keeps it real. But there's so many people who do editing stuff, even when they doing their vlogs, y'all. If you go to places like CapCut, it's this filter you could put and your skin will be glowing the whole time. Even when you're doing like little shorts and stuff, you could do the enhanced glow skin. I just like natural me, you know. And when I'm on YouTube, I see so many other natural people, and I just love it. I don't like seeing the BBLs. If you get one, that's your thing. But I don't know, it made me insecure. Not that I wanted one, it was just insecurity. Like, wow, this is the thing, and so many people have one, and now this is what I see a lot of guys like. This is the type of stuff, you know, they comment on. Now, I've seen this post, right? And they were like, it's the type of women they will fantasize over, but not technically marry. And I mean, whatever you like is what you like, but I want to feel appealing and attractive for just who I am. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to have to feel the pressure to enhance myself to get somebody to notice me. And that's another thing. I didn't like seeing that light skin versus dark skin thing, or putting lighter skin girls on a pedestal or lighter skin men on a pedestal. I just want to feel comfortable in my chocolate. This chocolate, yes. Milton, get it to the lips, y'all. But I just love myself, and I just felt like I had anxiety, I had depression, and I would constantly compare myself to others. Even with me in my past relationship, right? Because I used to be married or whatever. In my past relationship, my ex-husband, I used to always catch him liking pictures and liking videos of even local females who had the BBLs and light skin and stuff like that. And I just hated feeling like, dang, like you like everything she posts. Is this really what we on? You don't even give me this much attention, but you acting like she the sexiest thing walking. And that's why I say another reason why I don't want a man who is into the lust of the social media world either. So you just got to find a like-minded person towards you. Like I said, I had low self-esteem during that time. I didn't like seeing people's money and wealth, and dang, we went to school together, but she bought a house. Dang, we went to school together, she driving a 2023. Life, like, the grass is not greener always on the other side. And sometimes you could look at people and you see what they have going on, but you really don't know what they have going on. You see what I'm saying? So don't judge a book by its cover. It might look good. Who's going to put, oh, I'm struggling? My bad, y'all. My camera cut off, so let me hurry up because my storage is getting full. I'm finna start using my Canon camera instead of my iPhone. But yeah, y'all, who's gonna be putting they late on their car note, but they got all this stuff? Nobody's gonna put themselves in a bad light on social media. I even noticed that without social media, I've been more confident in wearing my glasses. Like, I used to wear contacts everywhere, but now I'm more confident in wearing my glasses. I'm more confident in wearing wigs. That's another thing. My hairstyles, I do what's genuinely me, and that's me finding myself. Even if I want to go natural, I'm not in a rush to have a lace front, try to have it melted. Even if I'm spending so much money in the shop because I don't know how to do it on my own. I'm not comparing myself to other, like, oh, my hair don't look like hers. Her hair look like it's professionally done. She looks like a celebrity. It's somebody out there who would find me beautiful and will find me perfect just the way I am and just be like, oh my God, you are the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. And I don't have to compare myself to, wow, really? Well, I don't look like such and such. You should see her. That's how I used to feel. I used to feel like it's game and somebody tells me, like, you are the most beautiful woman that I ever seen. And that stems from even picture day. I used to take my glasses off and take the picture. But now I love it. I'm going to be me regardless. So y'all, you like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for listening to me. I love you guys, and I'm going to be posting more content, so you stay tuned. Bye, Sweet Stardom Squad.